All right, everybody, welcome back to part 2 of my June Blu Ray update. We're going to go ahead and kick things off with... All right, so Disney. Like I said, you guys, before, probably the most Disney I've ever got in an update. But we're going to go ahead and start out with all the Disney Movie Club exclusives that I picked up. These were supposed to be in my May update, but there was a delay, so they made its way into June. There's still one more that I ordered from this particular order, and it showed up just a couple days ago, so you'll see that in my July update. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into them. So the first one here is the only animated one, and that is the 2-movie collection of Saludos Amigos and the 3 Caballeros. Pretty sure first time to Blu-ray for both of those. I like, you know me, I like my animated films that have slipcovers. Sadly, this didn't come with one, but still had to pick it up. So there's that one. The next ones up here are the Parent Trap films. Here's the original, of course, the remake with Lindsay Lohan. I like this movie. I've seen this one before, never seen the original, but just released for the first time on Blu-ray through DMC. Next up here are the 2 Freaky Friday films, first time to Blu-ray for both of these. I've actually seen the original. This was like a childhood favorite movie of mine. A movie that I believe came in the 70s. You get a really young Jodie Foster in here. A super good movie. I loved this movie, and I've already watched it, and the transfer is actually pretty good. A lot of these movie club exclusives don't always have the best transfer. This one actually looked pretty good for a 70s film. They really cleaned it up nice. This movie, of course, the one Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, I thought it was okay. I'm happy that they released this one too, so we get them both, but love this one a lot. So if you guys haven't seen the original, check it out. You guys will definitely like it. And then we got Mighty Joe Young. I don't think I've ever actually seen this movie, but it just looked like a good one. Bill Paxton. Snow Dogs. I had to pick that one up, of course. Good movie. Happy to see a Blu-ray of it. Pretty much every one of these, you guys are first time to Blu-ray. Usually if it's a Disney Movie Club exclusive, it'll be first time. Rocket Man, yes, finally got a Blu-ray of Rocket Man. Haven't checked it out yet, but will soon. Favorite of mine from years back. Jungle to Jungle, you get Tim Allen in here. Can't believe they released this on Blu-ray. Just absolutely crazy. Cool movie. I don't even think I ever even owned the DVD. I remember having the VHS clamshell of that one. Classic film in here, Old Yeller. This one actually came with a slipcover, which I have, but I took it off just because every one of these don't have slipcovers but this one, so it kind of didn't really match well on the shelf. So I just took it off. I don't know. I held on to it, I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but sad movie. Happy to have it. Classic. And then the last one, Operation Dumbo Drop. Great movie. Cool to see this on Blu-ray. There's so many more movies that I'm hoping the Disney Movie Club will release. They've already released a lot of kick-ass titles. The Mighty Ducks, first time to Blu-ray. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, first time to Blu-ray. Cool Runnings, first time to Blu-ray. And now all these titles. There's a couple more that just recently came out that hopefully I'll be getting soon. 3 Musketeers and Holes recently just came out. And there's still a few more that my friend Greg and I are really hoping will get announced, like Blank Check, Homeward Bound, Angels in the Outfield. Those would be great titles. And keep my fingers crossed that Disney Movie Club will release those. So there's those. All right, now we'll get into non-slipcovers. And these, of course, are all live-action films. First one we got here is Paul Walker, 8 Below. Had to pick this up. I've never seen this movie, but it's Paul Walker and it's Disney. And I buy anything Disney. I don't care what it is. If I find out it's a Disney title, I got to grab it. If it's on Blu-ray, I'm grabbing it. Inspired by a true story. Looks like it could be a cool movie. Had to grab that. Picked this up over at Walmart. The Game Plan with The Rock. Never seen it. It was cheap. Disney. And I looked it up. I did research. It doesn't look like this ever came with a slipcover. At least I couldn't find anything on it with the slipcover. If you guys know if it did, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it didn't. Another movie I just kind of came across. I do a lot of searching on eBay, and I go like Disney slipcovers or Disney Blu Ray just to see if I can find titles that I didn't know about for the Disney collection. This is one of them. Camp Rock. Don't know anything about it, but it's Disney. Had to pick it up. Pretty sure it was my last update, May, where I picked up the second one. I found it really cheap over at Half Price Books. So I ordered the first one on eBay. National Treasure. Now I got them both. I love Nick Cage, but I wasn't a huge fan of these movies. But I had to get them. They're Disney. Another fun movie here from Disney, Sky High with Kurt Russell. Had to grab this. I found this at FYE, really, really cheap. I was out there one day, and happy to find that one. Then the last non-slipcover found over at Walmart showed up on their shelves not too long ago for the first time, and that is, never knew this was Disney. Eddie Murphy and the Haunted Mansion. I know of this movie, never seen it, but for some reason I didn't know that this was a Disney movie. Yeah, happy to have that for the Disney collection. All right, on to the slipcovers. All right, we'll go ahead and start with live action. We got a movie called Prom. Don't know anything about it, but it's Disney. I had a slipcover, so I had to grab it. A lot of these Disney movies, you know, the kids really like them a lot, so win-win situation. So there's Prom. This one I'm actually really excited to see. I didn't know that this was Disney either, but apparently it is. Found this over at Best Buy at Mall of America. The Finest Hours, based on a true story. Yeah, incredible true story. So definitely looks cool. I remember when this was in the theater, I remember seeing trailers about this movie. But it's Disney, had to grab it. Picked this one up over at Best Buy at the Mall of America as well. Queen of Katwe, I don't know. It's a newer live action Disney film that came out, I think last year, the end of last year, beginning of this year, I don't really remember. But I picked it up over there, it was really, really cheap, and you know, had to get it for the Disney collection. After picking up Camp Rock on eBay, I learned that there is a sequel to it, Camp Rock 2, The Final Jam. This one came in a super thick slip, barely fit in this sleeve thing, but I had to get it. All right, so the most recently released Disney title, live action, A Wrinkle in Time. Definitely had to grab this when it came out. They had a cool steelbook of it over at Best Buy, but I don't collect Disney steelbooks. Just slipcovers, you know, but I think Jess and the kids actually already watched this. And I think this is based on a book, right? A Wrinkle in Time book, I think. But anyways, and I'm pretty sure they made another movie before this, like a while back, but this is the brand new one, so. All right, next up we got The Odd Life of Timothy Green with the slipcover. A lot of these I got really cheap on eBay, you guys. Happy to just keep adding to the Disney collection. So I've never seen this movie. Jennifer Garner, Joel Edgerton. I don't really know anything about it, but it is Disney. We had to get it. Another eBay pickup, John Carter. Another movie I don't know anything about, but just keep trying to add to the Disney collection. You know, more and more all the time. You guys want to read about that? There's a thick slipcover edition of this. I'm glad I didn't get that one, because I hate those ones. But next up, there's a thick slip of this one too, but I lucked out and got the regular size slip. John Travolta and Robin Williams, Old Dogs. Let me know what you guys think of this movie, because it looks cool. I mean, it definitely looks like a movie I've been wanting to see. I mean, I know it came out years ago, and I love John Travolta and Robin Williams, and it's a Disney movie, so I don't know if this was kind of lame or not, but sounds kind of cool, I guess. Cheesy little fun flick, I don't know. But and the last live action film, Jess and I already own the cool digibook that Target released when this came out, but I had to get the slipcover edition just to match all of them. And this is the full price movie that I got off the Disney Movie Club. You have to buy one movie at full price, and then you get everything at like 50% off, which that's how I got all those Disney Movie Club exclusives. So I wanted to get the slipcover edition of this. I figured it wouldn't come with the slipcover because, you know, after they're new for so long, eventually they just stopped coming with slipcovers. But it didn't matter because I had a slipcover of this. So Beauty and the Beast. Like I said, we already got the digibook, but had to get the slipcover edition. So, all right, let's get into the animated Disney slips. All right, you guys, we pretty much got what I'm about to show you are pretty much the last of the animated Disney titles that I needed on Blu-ray. We're down to one, and I've done a lot of research, and I'm pretty sure it's, well, okay, I take that back. There's one other animated Disney film that's actually in the mail right now. That should be here, and you'll see my July update. But there's one main one, and it's Atlantis, the Atlantis 2 movie set with slipcover. So hard to get with the slipcover, you guys. I mean, they're not cheap. I mean, they're not expensive if you buy them individually online. You can get them as cheap as $8, you know, but to get it with slipcover, the cheapest I've ever seen is like $60. There's actually one on eBay right now. There's only one on eBay right now for $60. I check like every day. And as close as I've almost got to buying it a few times, I'm glad I looked at the pictures because it's actually, the slipcover is actually like messed up. So yeah, I ain't gonna buy it. If I'm gonna spend that much money, I'm gonna get it in decent shape. But again, I probably will hope that I luck out and get it, find it at a Half Price Books, which is where I usually luck out with the rare Disney slips. But anyways, this stack here I'm about to show you is pretty much like the last of what I needed other than Atlantis. So first one up here, we got Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year. Happy to finally find this one with the slipcover. This was a tough one to find with slip, and I think I found this from a seller on Facebook, I'm pretty sure. Really good deal, you guys. Awesome deal. A lot cheaper than I even thought they would say. But needed this for the Winnie the Pooh collection, so happy to have that one. All right, and then the other one to complete the Winnie the Pooh collection is Winnie the Pooh Springtime with Rue. This one was eBay, I believe. Again, really tough to find. I don't know why these last two Winnie the Pooh titles were so hard. I mean, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, that was really tough to find, but that kind of makes sense because it's like, you know, the original. I don't know why these two were so hard though, you guys. But I'm so happy I finally have them now. So Winnie the Pooh movies, there's two more that were never actually on Blu-ray. Piglet's Big Movie and can't remember what the other one's called. There's another one. But the Disney Movie Club actually just announced them are coming to Disney Movie Club. Now what sucks about that is I'm pretty sure they probably won't have slips, but at least we'll have them to complete the Winnie the Pooh collection for movies on Blu-ray. So I'm really happy. So like I said, it's Piglet's Big Movie and then one other one. I'm sorry, I can't remember what the title is. But they come up pretty quick here. I think this month, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, awesome. All right, next here is another tough one I've been after for a long time. And again, just one of those movies that are easy to find without the slip, but to get the slip, it's almost impossible. But I finally found one for a really awesome deal, you guys. And that is the double feature of the Brother Bear films, Brother Bear 2, with slipcover. This was tough, like I said, and I finally got it. So this Disney collection adventure has really been tough, you guys. It's just the slipcover thing is what's so difficult. But we got it. Next up here, we got the other Mickey Christmas movies that I needed. And that is a 2-movie collection of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Twice Upon a Christmas. With the slipcover. Again, another one that was a little challenging to find. Not as tough as others, but slipcover's in great shape. So had to get that for the animated Disney with slips. So. All right, now these last two I'm going to show you here for the slipcovers are two that I could have bought them so many times because these were never actually released with slipcovers, unless you bought the 3D ones. And the 3D ones come with kick-ass slipcovers, and these are pretty hard to get as well because these are pretty spendy. And I got two excellent condition ones. So I mean, I don't have a 3D player or anything, but the 3D ones come with 2D as well. So now I can, I can watch them. But I just want to get it just so I have the slipcovers. Because I didn't want to buy them, because the regular edition, like I said, didn't have a slipcover, and I didn't want to buy them that way. I wanted to actually get these cool slips. So the first one here is Chicken Little, and both of these are lenticular slipcovers, just awesome. And I just love the silver; it's just so cool. But like I said, there's 2D in here as well. So there's that one, and then the other one here is Meet the Robinsons 3D with that awesome lenticular slip. Like I said, you guys, these are really tough to find and not cheap. So, but yeah, so happy to finally have these two, you guys, for the collection. So these are the only 3D ones that I have, and like I said, I just got them so I could get those cool slips. So one more Disney to go. Let's take a look at it. All right, so the last one I got here, I'm happy about, but at the same time, I was kind of pissed off. It's the brand new Signature Collection. I believe this is number 7, and the Signature Collection line, I always buy the digibooks of these. They always release slipcovers, digibooks, and steelbooks. Like Target does the digibooks, Best Buy does the steelbooks, and then everywhere does the slipcovers. And the digibooks, I've always gotten the digibooks, and they're like a hardcover book that you open up. And for some reason, Disney decided to change it up with this one. And it's still a digibook, but it's more of a digipack now. Anyways, that is Peter Pan. I mean, it looks a lot like the digibooks, like the pictures, but I'll show you what I mean here. Like I said before, it was actually like a storybook that you opened up, and the disc was in there, and then the book was actually attached to the storybook was actually attached to the hardcover book itself. And now they got like the slipcover thing. You pull the slipcover off, and you get this, like a digipack thing that you open up. And then you actually do get a storybook, but it's in here. It's like on the side here, which kind of just pissed me off. Now it's like it doesn't match all the other ones. That's what really annoyed me. Almost to the point of like wanting to sell all these and just get the slipcover editions of the Signature Collection. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, like I said, just really annoyed me, but it's still cool looking, so we'll see what the next one looks like, if they continue with this look or they go back to the actual hardcover book. But there's the newest Signature Collection. So, all right, you guys, that is all Disney. Let's move on. Okay, only one TV series this time around, and that is the complete first season of a new DC series, Black Lightning. I didn't really know anything about this. I have heard that I don't think that this is set in the same universe as like Arrow and Flash and all them. I guess it's something kind of standalone. Let me know if I got that right or not. But I seen that this was coming out as a new DC series, and I had to grab it. So I don't know. I never really even heard of this character before, but I had to grab it. This came out not too long ago. So Black Lightning. Let me know if this was any good, you guys. I think I'm lazy with watching movies. I'm even lazier when it comes to series. I got to get on this stuff. But it's the only TV series. Next category. All right, we'll go ahead now and get into horror titles. The first one I'm going to show you here is the only non-slip, and that is the Prom Night remake. I remember seeing this when it first came out. It was okay, not near as good as the original, but wanted to get it on Blu-ray, so picked that up off of eBay. It's like $4. Okay, so I really wanted to pick this up. when this came out, I thought it was cool looking, and especially that it came with a slipcover. I already have the complete tin collection that came out a couple years ago, but I just like the look of this, and I really just wanted to get it just for the collection, just to put it on the shelf, you know. And that is the 8-movie collection of Friday the 13th. This, of course, is just all the Paramount Jason films 1 through 8. Yeah, like I said, it came with a cool slipcover. Get the first 8 films. You know, I don't know. Jason is my all-time favorite franchise, horror franchise, you know, so I figured, you know what, I'm just going to get it for the collection, so love it. And I got it really cheap, too. I ended up finding it for, God, I think like 20 or something, so. Okay, so those slipcovers that I showed you before, that those Walmart slipcovers, the Warner Brother Iconic Moments slipcovers. I picked up, I think this one, I told you about The Shining, but I already had that movie, so that's why I'm not showing that one. But I had a digibook of this, and to be honest with you, I didn't really like the digibook, and I really like the slipcover, so I got rid of the digibook, and I picked this up, and that is 7. What's in the Box? Just, I love it. I like how they also show the name of the character that said it down below, David Mills. But, I mean, I think, in my opinion, the best movie ending in history, in my opinion. But like I said, I really like these slipcovers. I mean, these days I'm just all about slipcovers. And I just thought it was badass looking, so I had to get that. All right, now we're going to get into all those cool Walmart slipcovers, those other Walmart slipcovers I was telling you guys about. I got basically every single one except for Paranormal Activity. And the only reason why I didn't get that is because I have the 1 through 3 set of those, and then 4, 5, and 6 individually. And I figured, you know what, I have it in that 1 through 3 set. I won't pick it up. But anyways, I got all the others, and there were 8 of them, I believe. And out of the 7 that were remaining, I didn't have any of these except for 1 on Blu-ray yet. So it was like a no-brainer. So let's just kind of go down the line. So first one here is Sleepy Hollow, with Johnny Depp, Tim Burton film. Again, the Blu-ray underneath is just a standard edition. They just put new slipcovers on them, just, you know, new packaging. But I never owned this, and I know Jess loved this movie, and I'm a huge Tim Burton fan, one of my all-time favorite directors, so picked up that one. Next up is a movie I was so happy because I wanted this movie for a long time on Blu-ray, and I don't think it ever had a slipcover, to be honest with you. I'm hoping one day the sequel will hit Blu-ray, but Addams Family, the movie, badass. Look at that, you guys. Such a cool slipcover. I don't know if I showed you the back of Sleepy Hollow. So, but yeah, there's the back of that. So, yeah, and I keep this with my horror collection. I know it's a comedy film, but you got to keep it with horror. You know what I mean? So there's that one. Next up is a movie I wasn't really interested in, but I just want to get it because I didn't have it, and the slipcover's badass. But that's the Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters film. I don't know. And these are really cheap, which is cool. You know, when they release new slipcover editions, they're always so cheap. So there's that one. Next up is a movie I've never seen. Kind of was interested in getting it. The Ruins. Just look at that slipcover, you guys. These are just badass. Next up is another movie I can't believe I didn't own. Never even seen this, and that's Brad Pitt in World War Z. Never really been a big zombie fan, but this slipcover just kicks ass. I mean, all these slipcovers do. So there's that one. Another movie I've wanted for a while, never owned it. The Devil Inside. Look at just look at the art, you guys. Just so freaking cool. And then the last one I only picked up. I mean, you guys probably gonna think I'm even crazier than what you just seen a little bit ago. But I just picked this up just for the hell of it, just because it was cool looking. And that is Friday the 13th. They released a Friday the 13th slipcover edition in this series. And what's really crazy is that I remember when I seen somebody post these slipcovers in Facebook, and I remember seeing this, I was thinking, I'm like, Friday the 13th, okay, so it's the original. And I was like, is it the actual original Friday the 13th, or is it the remake Friday the 13th? Because one, we all know that Jason wasn't in the first one. Well, you know, at least the killer Jason. And he actually looks like the remake on the picture of him, you know, with the coat. It's kind of like what his look was in the remake, but it's not the remake. It is the original. So why they put Jason on the cover, I don't know. But I just thought it was cool looking. I mean, I just bought it for the collection, you know. I just put it up on the shelf with the other ones, you know. So yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, obviously, they put Jason on the cover because, you know, Friday the 13th is Jason, you know. But I don't know. I had to grab it. I'm a crazy collector. That's all I can say. But so yeah, so there's all those new Walmart slipcovers. I guess since I got 7, I should have just went ahead and got the 8th one, the Paranormal Activity. Maybe I still will. I don't know. I guess it's kind of stupid that I didn't, you know. But moving on. All right, where did I find this? I think I picked this up at FYE. Pretty sure FYE. That is the brand new Children of the Corn film, Runaway. It's probably going to be a while before I watch this because there's a lot in the franchise of the recent ones that have come out in the past years that I've never even seen. I think I've only seen like 1 through 3, to be honest with you. And this is like, what, the 10th one or something? But I just grabbed it because it was cheap. It's a new release film. And, you know, the earlier you buy them when they come out, better chance you get a slipcover. So, yeah, had to get it. All right, a pretty new movie. This came out not too long ago, like maybe 2 weeks ago. But it looks pretty cool. The trailer looked pretty damn good. That is a movie called Unsane. Picked this up over at Walmart. If you guys want to read the back there. It looks kind of cool. Check out the trailer. It looks pretty badass. My stepdad and I are actually been watching a lot of new horror movies lately. And this is one that's going to be watched very soon, tonight or tomorrow. So, another one I've been after for a while. I got the original last year, I believe, which Scream Factory released. This is the newer edition that came out in 2015, I think. And this has got a badass slipcover on it. But I had to pick this up here. And that is The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I've seen both of these movies, and I think this is just like technically kind of like a sequel, I think, to the original one that came out, like, God, 60s or 70s. But, yeah, I mean, this is basically, like, supposed to be a remake. You know, I thought it was, like, a remake, but it just totally didn't make sense for what I just said there. I thought it was going to be a remake, but I think it ended up being a sequel. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to explain. It's like either a sequel or like a re-imaging, because they kind of talk about the original killer from back in the day in this one, so I don't know. But this slipcover is just badass, and this movie was a lot of fun, so I'm happy to have found this slipcover too. The slipcover is kind of tough to find. eBay, I believe. Pretty sure eBay. Okay, so another newer film that came out, and I actually think this was my big pickup for the week in my last shopping video a couple weeks ago. But I actually just watched this like 2 nights ago, and that is the brand new Strangers film, Pray at Night. You know, a lot of people talked about this movie not being that good, and I liked it. I thought it was pretty freaking cool, to be honest with you guys. I don't know why people gave it so much shit. In a way, I kind of almost like it as much, if not a little better than the original. I don't know. It's kind of... I gotta go back and watch the original. It's been a long time since I've seen that. But yeah, I liked it a lot. It was really cool. It had a really cool ending. I mean, with most new age horror movies, I kind of base the whole thing on how it ends. Because most of the time, you know, you have a really good horror movie, but then the ending sucks. This was actually a good ending. I kind of liked it. So, yeah, I mean, it was fun. You guys check it out. It was definitely a good time. All right. Next up, this was exclusive at Walmart. I think everywhere else sold the DVD, like Best Buy, but if you wanted the Blu Ray, I guess Walmart was the only place to get it at. I don't know. It was really, really cheap. And being Blu Ray with the slipcover, I grabbed it, and that is the Jurassic Dead I don't know, Jurassic Park and zombies. I don't know, crazy. But I just, it looked like a good cheesy time, so I had to pick that up. I'm gonna check that out soon. Okay, so another horror title, but I put this in my collector set category. Something that came out not too long ago from Full Moon. You guys seen in my, was it my last update? I'm pretty sure it was my last update. I showed you the complete box set, collector set of the entire franchise I picked up, but I had to get this. This is freaking so cool. That is the limited edition collector set of the original Puppet Master, the first one, and this comes in one of those cool, you know, vintage VHS looking box type deal. And it's just so cool looking. I had to pick this up. Just a cool collector item for the shelf, you know. And what's cool about it is that the you actually get you know, different art on this, on the movie in here, specific to this release, I'm pretty sure. But like usual, you know, like every single, you know, Full Moon Puppet Master thing you get, you always end up getting this figure. This is like the fourth one of these I've gotten. It's so funny, but you get that in here, which is cool. And then, you know, then the movie. I think there's something else in here too. So the classic first film. As you can see, new artwork, which is badass. So just the first film. And then I think he got like a book or something too, I think. Yeah. Or no. Hold on. I thought there was something else in here. Maybe not. Oh no, it's just, I thought it was a book. It's not. It's just like, you know, advertising for Full Moon. But yeah. So thought it was cool. I had to get it for the collection. All right, let's go ahead now and do the Scream Factory. Some really cool stuff this time around, you guys. So first, I'll show you just a couple of non-slipcover pickups I got. These two I've been after for a long time, just to kind of complete the collection. First one up here is the Carrie double feature. So yeah, like I said, it's been after this forever. I think I got this on eBay, I think. But anyways, you get the first remake Carrie. So you got the original Carrie from like the 70s. This came out in like the 90s, this Carrie. And then the second Carrie film in here, which is called The Rage Carrie 2. If I'm right, this is, I believe, the sequel to the original, not the sequel to this one, which is kind of funky in a way. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. I'm trying to see the years. Yeah, because The Rage Carrie 2 came out in 99, and then this Carrie film came out in 2002. Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't 90s. So it's kind of weird how they put these two together, but at least we get all the Carries now on Blu-ray. Because, of course, the original Carrie got released, the Scream Factory Collector Edition, and then the newest remake, which came out 2013, maybe. That one got released with, you know, with a cool lenticular slipcover. So it's cool that Scream Factory put these two together. Yeah, now I got them all on Blu-ray. So Scream Factory, regular type Scream Factory title I've been after for a long time. And then the other one is the fourth Psycho film, The Beginning, which is supposed to be like a prequel. So, you know, we all know that Scream Factory has collector editions of 2 and 3. Sadly, this isn't a collector's edition, but at least Scream Factory released it anyway, just as a regular Scream Factory release. So now I got all the Psycho films. Yeah, so they also released the remake Psycho, which I got, I don't know, a couple months ago or something. But yeah, so now I got them all. So I needed these last two non-collector edition Scream Factories. There's a couple more non-collector editions that I want, but these were two of the main ones. So, all right, next up is a new Scream Factory IFC Midnight release that actually looked really cool. And FYE was the only place I could find this on Blu-ray. Like Walmart had the DVD. I think Best Buy had the DVD too, maybe, I don't know. But I found out that FYE was the only one to have the Blu-ray, unless you ordered it. And I contacted my FYE, they had it, drove out there and picked it up. But it just a new Robert Englund film, also has Lin Shaye in it, but just looks creepy as hell. It has a movie called The Midnight Man. I mean, just look at that dude. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you know, Robert Englund's in here, so it should be pretty decent, but cool slipcover, and I had to get it just for the Scream Factory IFC titles. You know, a lot of Scream Factory collectors aren't big fans of IFC releases. I am. I think they're fun movies, you know. I think one of the best ones was that the Fender Bender. That one was a good one, but thought it looked like fun. All right, and of course the most recent collector's edition to come out through the Scream Factory, and that of course is Ninja 3: The Domination. So did an unboxing of this, like usual. I'll put that unboxing down in the description box if you guys want to go check that out in detail. But yeah, I mean, a movie I didn't know anything about, wasn't too thrilled, you know, when this was coming out, but had to get it for the collector edition because I have every single one of them. So, and oh god, you guys, Scream Factory has been going crazy the last couple weeks, announcing titles, some badass shit coming out. I am just so excited for. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming out in the next couple months. All right, just two more Scream Factory items here. So, something that I debated for the longest time, because I already have the big deluxe box set that came out of this. I got that like the day it came out, and I knew that they released a smaller, more condensed version. But after seeing it so many times at Walmart, and you know, deciding against it, I came across this one day sealed at, where the hell was that again now? Half Price Books, I think. Either that or a pawn shop. Sealed, mint condition for 20 bucks. So I was like, yeah, I'm doing it. And it is the Halloween complete collection, the little small version. Yeah, it sounds like something's banging around in there. Anyways, I decided to keep this one sealed since I have the other one opened up, and that's one I've been watching. Just figured, you know what, I'm going to keep this up on the shelf with the Scream Factory, just because it's still a cool looking set. Even it's not as cool as the big one, but I just had to get it. I mean, 20 bucks sealed. I mean, and you go to Walmart and you try to get in, they put the security devices over it and like just like dents the cardboard and stuff. And this one was just, look at this, it's just mint. There's just not a scratch or a dent anywhere. So we'll keep this bad boy sealed for the Scream Factory collection. And the last and final Scream Factory item, I think this was in the unboxing with Ninja 3. Either way, I mean, it'll be down in the description box. Something I've been wanting forever to complete the Scream Factory Collector Edition collection, and that is the Director's Cut Limited Edition box set of Nightbreed. So happy I finally got this. You know, for the longest time, I mentioned this before, Craig and I, hey, you know, they released a slipcover edition of this too. And Craig and I used to think that it was a collector edition, but one day I realized it didn't say collector edition across the top like it typically does. It said Director's Cut. Then we were all confused, like, wait a minute. It's new art, came with a slipcover, special features like all the other collector editions. We were really confused, and we find out, no, it's actually not a collector edition. And then we found out through Scream Factory themselves that this technically was the collector edition. Even though it doesn't say it across the top, I don't know if that was a mistake. They forgot to put it there, I don't know. But this technically was considered the collector edition. So that's why Craig and I had to get it. This is sealed. I decided to keep my slipcover edition, and this one I'm gonna keep sealed just because how limited it was. So yeah, so happy to finally have this all after waiting forever. It was, I mean, I pretty much paid what they run for online. So, but this is a good copy of it, mint. So, all right, you guys, we're almost at the end here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the brand new MVDs. All right, so number 7, number 8. And these were also in the unboxing with Ninja 3, I believe. That is the 2 brand new MVD Rewinds Lionheart, and Abominable, number 7, number 8. I collect all these. I've gotten every one so far. This movie looks badass. Definitely looking forward to checking that one out soon. Just looks freaking crazy as shit, like something about the Bigfoot or something. And then, of course, one of my all-time favorite Van Damme films. This one, I always call it an 80s film, but I think it came out in 1990. But so happy to get an individual release of this, and who better than MVD with the badass slipcovers. So happy to continue to collect these things. And we got, like, I think right now there's 3 more announced for this line. So all right, you guys, we got like 3 categories left. Let's keep going. All right, we'll do my DC Marvel titles, and I actually only have 2 DC, no Marvel. So the first one I'm going to show you guys, I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last update, because this is where you guys seen all the other ones, like all the sequels. But I ordered this first one a long time ago. I knew it was coming from Canada, because I think that the slipcover was only available in Canada. I don't think there was actually a U.S. release slipcover of this one. But it never showed up. The seller refunded me because we thought it got lost, and he didn't know what was going to happen, so he just sent me a refund, and all of a sudden it popped up in the mail one day, like a month or longer after I ordered it. And I'm so happy because I wanted the slipcover of this so bad, and that is the very first Lego Batman movie, not the theatrical release Lego Batman movie, but these straight to video ones that you guys seen in my last update. They got a bunch of different ones. This is the first one in the line, and there's a friggin' slipcover on here. So I'm so happy. Like I said, I think Canada was the only one that released it with a slipcover. Typically they came in like boxes with like figures, and I don't collect any of those. I just want the slipcover editions. Now, the second one that came after this is Justice League versus Bizarro League. I cannot find I have it, but it's the only one out of all, I think there's 6 of them right now, out of all of them that doesn't have a slipcover. It just pisses me off because they all have slipcovers but that one. And I look on eBay all the time. I've Googled it online, and I don't know if that came with one. So I'm thinking that like maybe the first 2 didn't come with slipcovers in the US, but they did in Canada. So maybe I'll get lucky and find a Canadian seller that has it. I don't know. Until then, I got everyone with slip but the second one. So, and we got a new one. We got like a 7th one, I think, coming out next month. Like Aquaman it's called or something, but there's that. And then the second DC title I got is actually a DC imprint. And I'm so happy that I found this. I didn't know this new edition, this new slipcover edition actually came out. I just stumbled across it at Best Buy one day. The Best Buy out at Mall of America when I went out there. I knew that this, I had this movie, and I knew that it had a slipcover, but it was one of those Paramount slipcovers that were really expensive and hard to find. And I think like BluRaysForEveryone.com was selling it for like 20 some bucks, but it was out of stock anyway. You didn't even have it. And me with DC and Marvel, I want them all to have slipcovers as possible. I'm sorry. The camera keeps shaking because I got on this little like tripod thing, and it's like not the greatest one. So every time I hit the table, it just shakes. But anyway, so I saw this edition. I'm like, oh my God, a new slipcover edition of this, and that is Tom Hanks on Road to Perdition. Yes, this is a DC movie. It's a DC imprint, but it's DC. And look at this sweet new slipcover. This is they released a lot of new movies with these slipcovers, like Godfather and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Godfather set I showed you had a slipcover similar to this. But now I got Road to Perdition with the slipcover. So there's like only one DC movie left that I need a slipcover for, and it's another imprint, History of Violence. I don't think that ever had a slipcover, so kind of sucks. But anyway, Road to Perdition, Tom Hanks, DC, slipcover. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do Steelbooks now. For the longest time, I wanted to get the complete collection of these movies on Steelbook. I only had like 2 for the longest time, and now I finally found a seller popped up on Facebook that had the first, or like 6 of them. These are those like ones that you've seen at Best Buy for a while, and I never bought them back in the day. I don't know why I didn't. But you can't really find them at Best Buy anymore. But he had like 6 of them, and or 5 of them, and he was selling them really, really cheap. I got an amazing deal on these. So now I got them. I'm so happy. So that is the X-Men Steelbooks. Badass. There's the first film, front, back, spine, and then here's the inside. Of course, number 2, X2, X-Men United. It looks like these are pretty much all matte finishes. And then the inside, already took all the discs out. That's badass. Next up, we got X-Men The Last Stand, the 3rd one. The one that everybody hates, but for some reason it's like one of my favorites. I don't know, it just is. What's badass is these all came sealed, you guys, so they all had codes too. So I, sold all the codes and made it an even better deal. So next up is X-Men First Class. I love the look of these. Seems like the backs are like all the same. I don't know. And then there's the inside. And then the last one is X-Men Days of Future Past. So these are the 5 I got from that one seller. So, and there's the inside. So I already owned Apocalypse and Deadpool, from the X-Men franchise. So all that's left now are the 3 Wolverine films. X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, and Logan. And I may or may not have already bought those. I guess we'll have to wait till the July update. All right, next up is a Steelbook that I've wanted for so long, you guys. I noticed that Zavvi was releasing this some time ago, and I missed the pre-order, and they sold out. And then immediately on eBay, they all just were jacked up in price. Because I think it was only like 18 bucks or less maybe on Zavvi. But like I said, I missed out. And then sellers were putting them on eBay for like 40 and 50 bucks. One day I found one for $20 and I grabbed it. I was so happy. But this is such a gorgeous Steelbook, you guys. I'm pretty sure it's not region free, but it doesn't matter. You guys know me and Steelbooks. Just collect them. That is Forrest Gump. It's like, there's another Steelbook of this that's basically the same thing, but with the white background. I really like the blue. So cool. And then there's a picture on the back. Of course, the box of chocolates. There's the spine. And then look at this picture on the inside. That is just so freaking cool. Love it. I'm so happy I found this for as cheap as I did, because I was pretty pissed that I missed out on the pre-order. I don't know, a little late to the party there, but awesome. Okay, and the last 2 Steelbooks I'm going to show you here, it's kind of a funny story. This was a movie that I just really wanted a Steelbook edition of for the horror collection. And there was one in particular that I really wanted online. And I think it was like a different region one. And they were always too expensive. And then finally one day I found the one I was looking for. And not a bad price. I got it. You guys had seen it before. I got it, I think, last year sometime. Really cool art on that one. Well, so I technically didn't need another version of this movie, but within the last month, FYE and Best Buy both released exclusive Steelbooks for this movie, and I wasn't gonna get them, but I seen them both in store, and I loved them. They were so cool looking. It's one of my all-time favorite horror films. I figured, what the fuck? So I'll show you Best Buys first. So badass. So now I got 3 Steelbooks of this movie. Why? I'm an idiot. Anyways, so that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So this one is a gloss finish. Look at that picture. It's just so badass. So there's the front. There's the back. I like how the back is like a picture of the house and the farm or whatever, but then it's, like the chainsaw. And this one doesn't have any inside artwork. They just put the picture that everybody knows on the disc, but nothing on the inside. I don't know if this other one has inside artwork. I can't remember, but I'm gonna open it up and check. This one's cool looking. This one looks like the cover to the one that of the Black Maria box set of this movie that got released had the same. Oh no, it came with a poster of this. The movie itself was a different picture. But anyways, here's FYEs. Look at that, it's just badass. I love this one. Just love the van and then the armadillo, it's just so cool. So there's that. There's the back. This is a gloss one too. There's a spine. And then, yeah, this sucks. This one doesn't have inside art either. But they did put the same art on the disc, which is cool. But what's cool is these are both, you know, obviously Region A because they're both, you know, released here. So, but I couldn't turn them down, you guys. And this one at FYE I got for free anyways, so I just traded shit in. But I had to get these for the collection. So, all right, you guys, that is all my Steelbooks. Let's go to the last and final category in this humongous Blu-ray update. All right, of course, the last title I'm going to show you is the one and only 4K that I picked up. A movie I had to get on 4K. That, of course, is Forrest Gump. Did we just see Forrest Gump? Yeah, I had to grab it. One of my all-time favorite. I mean, Tom Hanks is my favorite actor, and this is one of my all-time favorite films of his. So, had to get it on 4K. You know, got to make sure I secure that slipcover before I, you know, can't get it anymore with the slip. So, I don't know what the transfer looks like. I mean, typically, you know, Craig tells me, but I can't remember what he said about this one yet because I know he has it. So, whew, we did it. All right, everybody. Well, that'll wrap it up for this 176 title Blu-ray update. I'm really slowing down next month, you guys. Trust me, it's gonna happen. You know, we're about almost a week into the month now, and I've gotten a little chunk of titles for July so far, but not an extravagant amount. So I can almost guarantee you that July update will not be anywhere near this big because I really need to slow down. But anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this update. Again, like usual, thank you so much for sticking all the way through it. I know it was long. I try to go as quick as I can, but when you got 176 titles, you just can't make it quicker. It just can't. And you can't fit it into one video. It's got to be two. But anyways, yeah, that'll do it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this Blu-ray update and you enjoy my Blu-ray updates in general, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button right down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of the pickups. Let me know if you guys, you know, got up on any of these exclusives and whatnot that I got in this update. Share the video around, subscribe if you have not. And again, I'm sorry for the late video. I know it's been so long since my last one, but we're gonna get back on track now that I got a new phone and not quite as busy anymore. And I'm also gonna be doing another video very soon, probably in the next day or two, of some really exciting news of something I got coming up that I'm excited to tell you guys. So we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.